Hello, my fellow members of Boston Sports Nation. Welcome to another edition of the Roaders Podcast. This is episode 22, the January the 23rd and 24th episode of 2026. I'm your host, Tom O'Shea. All right, the reason why we decided to do 2 days on this episode is because I do want to apologize. First off, I want to apologize for not dropping an episode last night. We were filming a game for Norman Community Basketball, and apparently that game got done later than really usually it does. Yeah, there was a second quarter that I felt like went on for legit freaking forever. Oh, by the way, Norman Community won, by the way. Yeah, they won like a pretty close 56, 50 game against Peoria Manuel. Yeah, it was, yeah. That's probably, yeah, the game just felt like it went on forever. We got home later. I was going to just relax a bit and then maybe record around like 1 o'clock on Saturday morning, early Saturday morning. But then I fell asleep on the couch and then wake up until like 3:45 or so and then decided, yep, I got to go back to bed. I got to get ready for overtime. I was going to record Saturday morning. Got up later than I was really expecting to. Wasn't late for the overtime, by the way. Yeah. At least I wasn't. Yeah. Slept in too late, but I slept in later than I was anticipating I was going to do. But anyway, yeah. Anywho, all right. So let's talk about the Celtics game from Friday night. The overtime thriller that also went longer, kind of like the Normal Community basketball game. But at the end, also too, just like in this one, there was a time where game was almost gone. It looks like they were going to lose the Nets, but then a timeout called by Missoula in the first overtime kind of saved the day because after that, they constructed a play which they had to get just right. And Hugo Gonzalez became the hero. He hits a free-pointer, takes it in the second overtime where they won 130 to 126. This increases their record to 28-16. So, yeah, pretty much, it was kind of just like that back and forth kind of game. And then you thought, oh, wow, we kind of lost it. We had that fourth quarter collapse. Then we go in the first overtime. Looked like we were going to lose. And then, as I said, the free-point shot by Hugo Gonzalez, our rookie from Spain, basically saves the day, takes it in the second overtime. And as I said, we win 130 to 126. All right. On basically a back-to-back night. All right. So 32 points from Mr. Peyton Pritchard, our one of our star, P. Rabbit, playing for Derek White, who was given the night off. So good. All right. Assists, it was Jaylen Brown with 10. Rebounds, it was Jaylen Brown with 10. Assists, it was also Jaylen Brown with 12. Steals, two-way tie between Baylor Shireman and Anthony Simons with 2. All right, and then steals, it was basically a 5-way tie with 1 from Anitas Queta, Hugo Gonzalez, Luca Garza, Ron Harper Jr., and then Amari Williams, I should say. Yeah, Amari Williams. All right, field goal percentage for the game was 46%. 49 out of 109, so 45%. Sorry about that. All right, 22 out of 51 on free pointers, 43.1. All right, and then 10 out of 16 on free throws, so 62.5. So 9 offensive rebounds and 32 defensive boards. All right, so turnovers weren't bad, 8. All right, not too bad. All right. We also got to admit, too, Jaylen Brown, I didn't realize this, too. So, apparently, he had a triple-double in this game. Yeah, 27 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists. All right. Nice. Attaway, JB. All right. Nice. All right. So, yeah, anyway, so it came down to the first quarter, or not for, it came down to the last play in first overtime. I thought, you know what? It looks like Brooklyn might beat us in this. Let's see. I got to go down now all the way. Man, Should have been prepared better than this, guys. Sorry about all this. All right. Second. Here we are. All right. So. All right. Here we are. All right. So basically, Brooklyn gets a 3 or a 2 or basically, I can't talk. Basically, goes 1 out free on the the free throws. So they were up by 108 or 118 to 115, which is like 3 points. And then Joe calls timeout, and then gets a play together, and then they had the ball, and then right after buzzer for the first overtime, Ugo hits a 3-pointer, takes us into the second overtime, and that's where we won it. So nice, yeah. And he had a time that well. I was kind of thinking, and I was listening to Locked On Celtics earlier today to kind of just because I wasn't able to watch the entirety of that game. Anyway, so yeah. All right. So anyway, so sorry about that. All right, sorry. So anyway, so the game goes in. So I was listening to the podcast, and then shit. So anyway, so I listened to the podcast, and then yeah, and they were talking about like how like if Joe didn't call that timeout, then yeah, then that game would have not gone to a second overtime. We would have lost. Yeah, yeah. So we had to time that well. Jesus Christ, I can't believe we did this. Oh my God. All right. Anyway, so here I am. I'm talking to myself right now. I'm doing 2 things. Oh, I'm sorry. Anywho. So yeah. Yeah. So as I said, I'm trying to think right now. I'm sorry. Yeah. So 128 to 116. So that is, or our record is 28 and 16. Sorry, I am just rattled right now. I just clicked on something and just like destroyed. Yeah. So I set up my Spotify queue, and it looks like it destroyed everything. I hate it when Spotify does that. Just yeah. Sorry, I'm going off topic here. Yeah. But anyway. So yeah, that's how that game ends. So pretty good win for the Celtics. Yeah. So yeah, as you said, like basically had that fourth quarter collapse. It almost looked like in the first overtime it wasn't going to go well, but then yeah, rookies come and save the day, and yeah, we take the first out of a back-to-back, which is good because when we talk about the Bulls game, it didn't end up that way. All right, but anyway, let's not jump ahead. So let's talk about the Bruins and Canadiens game. All right. So anyway, so that is not what I wanted to click on. All right. Sorry about that. All right. So, game kind of goes off to so they were down, the Bruins were down literally 3-2 in the third period, and then late in the third period, a couple of clutch goals basically saved the day. And literally, and also one they had to go to review too. Basically saved the day, and I gotta say, we have now won 2 straight in a row right now. We're cruising right now. We took out one of the best teams right now in the Atlantic in our division right now, and also an arch rival. Yes, on rivalry night. Yep, as the Bruins take down the Canadiens 4-3. Nice in a thrilling fourth quarter. Let's go. Nice. All right. All right, let's get into it. First period, Cole Caulfield gets the Canadiens on the board first. With 6 minutes and 36 seconds into the first period, 1-0 Montreal. That's where it would stand. Then the second period, Bruins tied up on a Victor Arvidsson power play goal, his 12th of the season, thanks on an assist from Fraser Midden, his 12th of the season, and Casey Middlestad, his 14th of the season. Literally 1 minute and 44 seconds into the second period. All right. And then Montreal retook it like literally 6 minutes later on another Cole Caulfield power play goal. 2-1 Montreal. And then Morgan Geekie gets his 27th goal of the season on another power play goal to tie it up 2-2. So 9 minutes and 46 seconds. So literally 2 minutes later. Assisted by David Pastrnak, his 43rd assist of the year, and Charlie McAvoy, his 27th of the season. And then literally after that, literally 4 minutes later, Caulfield completes the hack trick. Man, that kid is good. Scoring his 29th goal of the season on a power play goal. It is 3-2 Montreal. That's where you're. That is literally, or that's how I can't talk. The second period comes to an end. Then third period, so literally time running out. Literally 6 or so minutes left. The fan favorite, Fraser Minty, basically gets his 13th goal of the season, becomes the hero, and ties up the game. It is 3-3 Bruins, or as tied 3-3. Gets his 13th goal of the year, assisted by a Hampus Lindholm assist, his 13th, and Charlie McAvoy, his 28th. All right. And then literally 14 minutes and 7, so literally 3 minutes or so left in the game or so, or 14 minutes and 7 seconds into the fourth period, on a goal that looked like, oh, maybe he didn't get in. They had to go to review, but in the end, it snuck by, and thanks to that, Morgan Geekie becomes a hero. He scores his 28th goal of the season, a power play goal, assisted by Charlie McAvoy, his 29th of the season, and Pavlo Zacha, his 22nd of the season. That's where your final score would stand. All right. Shots on goal. We got outshot by Montreal, 25-21. Power plays. We won that battle, 75%, so 3 out of 4. To the Canadiens, 66.7, so 2 out of 3. Penalty minutes. The Canadiens had that not too great honor. They led 13-11, so good. All right, nice. At least for that, at least we didn't lead in that stat. Yeah. All right. So star of the game, it was Morgan Geekie. He had 2 goals, no assists, and got 2 points out of it. So nice. And then Fraser Minty, he got a goal, an assist, and 2 points out of it. So nice. And I did read some stat too, and I also read another stat too. Apparently, we got some milestones in this one. You mean, yeah. So anyway, so we got some, milestones out of this. So, all right, so, Morgan Geekie gets his 20 or 100 career goal in his career. So nice out of that goal. So nice. All right, out of that game-winning goal, and I believe let's also see on the assist that Hampus Lindholm made earlier. That would be his is this his assist? 800 career. Wow. Oh, this is his 800 career game. Okay, I see. I thought that was his assist that he made was 800 career. No, this is his 800 career game. Okay, never mind that. All right, well, it's still a great accomplishment, though. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Sorry for my squeaky chair. I've had this chair for a while. So, all right. So Jeremy Swayman gets the win. He also gets 22 saves out of this game. So nice, very nice. Yeah, that goal at the end, I felt like, man, you fought. All right, so the Canadiens are going to get us tonight. But then, yeah, as I said, they rally back in the third period and they get the win. So nice. That's 2 straight for them. Yeah. So where that puts us now, that still puts us second in the wild card standings, well, right behind Montreal now. Thanks to us beating them, Buffalo has now jumped them in the standings now in the active division. So they're the third seeded Atlantic leading team right now. All right. So here we are. So we're now 30 wins, 20 losses, and 2 overtime losses. And we have 62 points. So, yeah, we're behind Montreal. All right, well, I mean, Florida's kind of starting to make a little bit of a comeback. Yeah, they won 2 straight. Yeah, the defending champs are trying to get their turned around their season. So nice. Sorry about that. We are just stuttering tonight. I apologize for that. All right. Okay, so the next time the Bruins play again will be on Monday, and this time they're going to go to New York and play the Rangers. All right. All right. So we won't jump too ahead. Probably tomorrow we'll talk about that game. But yeah, that's who the Bruins play again next. Let me go do something real quick, and then we'll go back to talking about All right. Sorry about that. All right. I thought I started a queue on the Spotify, and that kind of really irritated me to no end. All right. Anywho, so let's get back to the Celtics and Bulls game. So so tonight, so it was a back-to-back game to go to Chicago for this one, and you thought, okay, so they're Celtics are, as you said, they're having another back-to-back night, and after the overtime victory that they had, you feel like they'll be a little sluggish in this game. So you think, okay, maybe it might be one of those off nights for the Celtics. But then they rallied back, and you thought, okay, maybe they might do another one of these things. That's not how it ended, though. Literally a second left in regulation with the score tied 111. Kevin Hoyer shoots a free-pointer for the Bulls, literally basically winning the game for Chicago. That's how your score stands, 114 to 111. Yeah, that was just, not meant to be. Wasn't able to watch this game, unfortunately, again. My apologies. I do have an excuse, though. This game is blacked out because I live here in Bulls territory for the most part, so this game is blacked out. And not only that, I don't even have the actual NBC channel on YouTube TV. Yeah, it's dumb. It's pretty stupid. Yeah. And when we got done listening to the Bruins game, I thought, okay, so if we jump late into this game, that might jinx some things. So yeah, all right. Well, we'll try to do better moving forward. Yeah, it is what it is. All right. So anyway, all right. So leading the points tonight was Jaylen Brown with 33. Good. And it looks like Derek White came back tonight after his rest day. So good. All right. He was 15. So he had 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. All right. But that's not who led in the rebounds. That was Jaylen Brown again with 8. Then assists, it was a two-way tie between Derek White and Derek White and Peyton Pritchard. I am stuttering. All right. Okay, so steals, it is a 3-way tie between Sam Hauser, Anthony Simons, Nitish Keita, and Hugo Gonzalez with 2. All right. And then once again in blocks, it is a 5-way tie. Once again, just like last night or Friday night, Jaylen Brown with 1, Amari Williams with 1, Derek White with 1, Luka Garza with 1, and then Anita Keita with 1. All right. So we were 44 out of 99 in field goals. So that's 44.4%. All right. And then 3-pointers, 15 out of 47, so 31.9%. And then 3 throws, we were 8 out of 9, so 88.9%. So offensive rebounds, we had 8. Defensive rebounds, we had 30. All right, so we're cutting down on the turnovers again. So 2 less turnovers than Friday night, so 6. All right, good. All right, well, at least for that. Yeah, it was just like one of those, it was like one of those back and forth kind of games. You thought, okay, maybe the Celtics might pull out a comeback. And then Kevin Hoyer basically hits that 3-pointer at the last second. As I said, game over for the Celtics. Yeah, no comeback coming for them. And I thought, you know what, this could have been one of those off nights because you just came off from an overtime, double overtime thriller win. And also, the Bulls also tonight honored Derrick Rose. They retired his number, so nobody ever again will wear number 1 as a Chicago Bull. No. Yeah, so they had a ceremony for that. So everybody's going to be hyped up for that game. So everybody in the building is going to be hyped up for that. So, yeah, so you thought, okay, they might try to win this for D Rose. So I thought, okay, yeah. It's a jersey retirement night. There's ceremonies. We just got off back-to-back. You thought, okay, toss this one to Ben. As much as I hate losing the teams around here because, I got to interact with these people, and they're going to say, hey, how did the Celtics do last night? I heard all the Bulls beat them. Oh, could you name any of these Bulls players, idiot? Well, no, you couldn't. Yeah, it's just, oh my God. The life of a Boston sports fan living in the Midwest, please. It's just, yeah. I'm surrounded by dum-dums. Yeah, I really am. Really am. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some Chicago sports fans around here that are really knowledgeable about their team and really do follow the team. But there are just some that I really have to interact with that I feel like, okay, do you follow this team at all? Like I do. Or what I do with my Boston sports teams. Heck, I'm not any of these sports or in the Chicago sports fans, but I can name you players off that team. In a sense, because I actually do my research like you idiots don't. I'm sorry to say that about some of my friends and neighbors. It's just, oh my lord, there's just, yeah. Sometimes this is why every time when we play teams here in Chicago or around Chicago and all that stuff, I really want to beat them just for the fact that I don't have to, yeah. But anyway, I mean, I don't think there's too many Bulls fans right now. I don't know. They probably won't give me too much grief. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry about that. Yeah, just anyway, so we'll talk about the standings. All right. So now after that loss, come on. All right. So we're 28-17 for the year, and we are now still second in Eastern Conference right now. But the Knicks have started to figure their crap out. They have won 2 straight so far. So literally they're a game or so behind us. All right. Yeah, with Detroit basically leading the East right now. Yeah. Them and the Thunder, who are leading the West right now, except they lost just recently. So they've won or lost a game recently. Yeah. Yeah. Won or L1, as I should say on the standings. All right. So, with that being said, let's talk about when the Celtics do play again. And that will be on Monday. Another Peacock game. 7 o'clock. What? Sorry, we won't jump too ahead just yet. But yeah, that's another Peacock game against the Portland Trail Blazers at home this time around. Yeah, because we already played them on the road in Portland, so now they got to come to Boston and play at the TD Garden. All right. So let's talk about tomorrow's Patriots game. So we did find some news. So Mack Hollins, one of our wide receivers, is back. So that's good. That's good. That might help us out a bit. So nice. That gives us another option in the wide receiver rotation. So nice. And also, did anybody see the hype video too? Let's talk about that. So the Patriots tonight or earlier tonight dropped a video hype for tomorrow's game against the Broncos, AFC Championship game, which could decide who goes to the Super Bowl and from the AFC. And I gotta say, pretty cool. And you know what? There are a few other Boston sports people involved in this video. Red Sox legend and my favorite player growing up, David Ortiz. He was in that video. And then a couple of Bruins. Looks like it was, hold on, gotta get the list out. Looks like it was a Mr. David Pastrnak. Gotta get the video out. All right, or the tweet. because there's a list of this. Here we are. So we had David Ortiz, David Pastrnak, and Charlie McAvoy for the Bruins. And then 3 former New England Patriots legends and Super Bowl winners: Ty Law, Willie McGinnis, and a James White. So nice. Yeah, it was it looks like a nice video. Yep, there's Poppy right there. I'm watching the video right now. Yeah, wait. Big puppy. Yeah. All right. Nice. Right. If that doesn't get you hyped up, I don't know what will. But yeah. Yeah. All right. Red Sox news maybe. There were some announcements for non-roster invitees to spring training. And it looks like maybe Mikey Marrero might get, or Mikey Romero might get, Romero is a Romeo. No. Yeah, no, bro. Mikey Romero, he's on the roster as a non-invited rostered invitee, so maybe that might be an option. Knowing he plays second base, he might be an option maybe to make the roster. But it also depends, too, if he's on the 40-man. If he's not on the 40-man, then, yeah. Although you could move some people around. You could get rid of some people and then put them on the 40-man. But, yeah. All right. So, recently this month, this is kind of a little bit of an upcoming thing we're going to plan on doing. So, I just got a new PS5 like a month or so ago, or literally a month or so ago. And we got 6 games. We got MLB The Show, college football, or EA's college football. I think MLB The Show and college football, they're both 25. And that's kind of the college football was the reason I got the PS5, so I can play that. We got NBA 2K25. We got EA's NHL 25. We got Madden NFL 24. And then we got FIFA 24. So I have a little incoming franchise mode kind of segment we might plan on doing, another bonus episode when the time comes. So I'm going to start franchise modes on that. So I'm going to do one for MLB The Show, Red Sox, obviously. The college football one, we're going to do my favorite college football team, Notre Dame. So we're going to do that. Then NBA, Celtics, obviously. NHL, Bruins. And then Madden, we're doing, yes, the Patriots. And then FIFA, we're going to do Celtic. Yeah, as in Celtic FC. So nice. So, yeah. And then we'll maybe, once we do a go around of that, or at least a round through all those franchise modes, like play a game or so, then we're going to do a little bit of a bonus episode update. But for now, we don't yet. Yeah, when we're going to do that, I might maybe start tomorrow. Maybe try to play on Monday or so when we get a chance. Maybe start that, get that going. But for now, we don't know yet. We're going to start that, but stay tuned for that. All right. But let's talk about the one thing, the game for tomorrow. Patriots versus Broncos for the AFC title and a chance to maybe go to the Super Bowl in a few weeks. Yeah. Sorry, I'm singing weird stuff to myself. Singing weird shit to myself. Yeah. All right. Here we are. So this game will be a 2 p.m. game. It will also be on CBS or Paramount Plus. 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. But whatever time zone you're in, wherever you live in the world, check your what time it is in your time zone and tune in. All right. I think that's about it. I think we have gone the longest episode in this show's iterations history. Yeah, we have basically at least made this right now the standard barrier for now. I feel like that won't be broken for a while. Yeah, I do want to apologize for that. I was gonna plan on dropping an episode last night. I just when I woke up like the second time around, like 3:45, I forget it. I'll maybe get up tomorrow and record. All right, I do apologize. We'll try to get better about that too. Yeah, I would never leave you guys like that, hanging like that. Yeah, something did happen, but yeah, I mean, we wouldn't do that. We would let you all know we were just gonna like actually like quit the show like that. Yeah. Yeah, maybe do a little quick little episode and then, but yeah, we have no plans of leaving right now. We still want to keep on going. Seriously, we're literally like 22 episodes. Well, now 22. Yeah, we're on 22 episodes right now. Let's keep on going. All right. All right. So that's about it. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow to recap Patriots and Broncos and maybe pop open some champagne bottles to go potentially to the Super Bowl. We can take care of business tomorrow. All right. See you guys. Banyana.